Hello, everyone. Welcome to GA's Tea Time. We discuss all things General Hospital. If you haven't already, please hit the bell notification. The like and subscribe really helps the channel. And I want to send a special thank you for everybody that has already subscribed. So, guys, let's get our teacups, let's get our snacks, and let's get ready to discuss our favorite characters. General Hospital Daily Recap, Tuesday, February 18th, 2026. So, guys, there was a bunch of folks in this episode: Nina, Spinelli, Molly, Brooklyn. So, let's see what our favorite bunch of characters are up to. Lulu came over to speak to her mother. Went up to Laura's office and she was like, I know you're busy, but and Laura was like, no, don't worry about it. Let's make time for each other. So Laura already knew that Lulu wanted to come over there and talk about Maxie because she knows that Maxie's away. And Lulu is just distraught. She's just like, she wants to be with Nathan, but she's like the world's worst friend because she was like, when she was in her coma, Maxie would come over and do her nails and stuff like that. And she's like, what kind of friend is she? Because she's over here trying to get with her husband, right? So Laura was just like, you know, um, you need to not cut yourself some slack. Don't beat yourself up that much. You can't control your feelings and, you like Nathan, blah, blah, blah. So, they were going back and forth with each other. But Lulu was kind of like, she feels really bad for Spinelli because she knows that Maxie's going to take Nathan back because their love story was so great when Nathan was around. And then that's basically how the conversation ends. She was like, she's not going to be a horrible friend. She's just going to back off. But I think Laura's kind of telling her, to kind of see where it goes. Alexis was telling Molly and Suzanne that Laura asked her to step into Drew's seat, but she was really hesitant about doing it because she feels like between her past of going to jail, getting disbarred, she doesn't want to bring shame to her family, and she was like the timing, the location, all of it. Alexis had 1,000 excuses why she shouldn't be the new congresswoman. Suzanne and Molly were kind of going back and forth, but they were like, no, you would be a perfect candidate, and they were giving her reasons why she would be great for the position. I have to be honest. I think Alexis would be great for the position, but I don't want to see her and Willow fighting over this position. That's gonna just irk me to death. I'm like, we all know Willow ain't qualified to do that. At least Alexis got some kind of skills. What skills does Willow have? Okay, anyway. Well, anyway, she's thinking about it. At the end, Alexis is kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. But we all know Sidwell is gonna be involved in this, so I don't know how far Alexis uh is going to get with this position. Like, even is she even going to get close to even getting nominated or getting to the position itself? Because Sitwell wants a flunky. He doesn't want Alexis there. Alexis thinks for herself. So let's see where this goes. Willow and Nina were talking, and Willow was letting Nina know that Drew's office reached out to her to see if she would take Drew's seat. And I don't know why Willow didn't tell her it was Sidwell, but anyway, she was just letting her know that. So Nina and her Delulu land is like, oh my goodness, you would be make a wonderful congresswoman, and this is wonderful. This could change your whole life and stuff like that. So Willow was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this because she doesn't think that she's qualified, and Nina's like, no, I'm gonna help you get the seat and all this other stuff like that. She's not qualified. She needs to go fall back somewhere and not do this. But anyway, the other thing I didn't understand was, how does Willow have time to do this? So one, she's drugging Drew up, right? So as soon as Drew don't get that medication, then what? She's talking about putting Drew in a facility so she can do this position. She's okay. I don't know where she's going with that. So she's supposed to be getting the kids. So now all of a sudden she's gonna take this position and you're gonna spend less time with your children. Okay. Anyway, this doesn't make sense to me. I understand Sybil asked her, but he didn't threaten her or anything like that. So I don't know why she's like all adamant about taking this position. But Nina got her head all gassed up and she's thinking, oh, you know what? You're right. I would be great in this. Maybe I should do it. So this is probably going to be Willow's downfall because once she's not monitoring Drew, we all know that Drew is going to get his faculties back to him. And once that happens, oh, she might as well kiss everything goodbye. Brooklyn was talking to Spinelli. Brooklyn is my new favorite. Brooklyn was the only one in town that was rooting for Spinelli. Everybody else they just know Nathan is gonna go. Nathan and Maxie's gonna get back together. I felt so bad for Spinelli. Spinelli was telling Brook Lynn how he knows that Maxie's just gonna kind of take um, Nathan back because he saw their love story firsthand. He knows how much Maxie loves him, and he already is setting himself up because he know he's gonna be the loser in this situation. And Brook Lynn was kind of like, no, I saw you and Maxie's love story, and Maxie loves you, and how y'all found your way back to each other and things like that. So Brook Lynn was really speaking life into Spinelli because she could see that he is really really worried. But Spinelli did say he's not just going to go out without a fight. He's going to really put his foot in there and make sure that he shows Maxie how much he loves her because he doesn't want to lose his family. I'll tell you, a few times I think I was in the middle of tears because I felt so bad for Spinelli. I was like, oh my goodness, he kept saying he might lose his family, he's gonna lose Maxie, he loves living with her and all this other stuff. But the whole town is just convinced that Maxie and Nathan are just gonna wind up back together, and I just feel bad. I feel for Spinelli, but I think Maxie is gonna surprise him. Nathan and Dante were talking, and Dante was trying to give Nathan, like, he told him he could leave early because he knew Maxie was coming back. He was like, oh, I know you're going to want to spend time with Maxie. But Nathan was dragging his feet. He really don't want to go over there right now and speak to Maxie because he doesn't know what he's going to get, right? So everybody's just assuming that Nathan wants to get back with Maxie. And Nathan, we all know, wants to be with Lulu, but he doesn't know how to put it out there. One thing that Nathan did say to Dante, he was like, for Lulu and him, time has stood still. For everybody around them, their life has went on. So he was just like, they, you know, Dante got with somebody else. He got with Sam. Maxie had got with Spinelli. They all have other lives now. So he's kind of feeling like, I don't want to go in and disturb people's lives. Like, he kind of wants to move on and do his own thing. I can respect him for that. The only issue that I had with him and Lulu getting together, I feel like I just don't want them sneaking around. I want them to be honest with people and tell them that they're together. I don't care if people feel some kind of way. Just do it and get it out there so it don't become, weird. But Dante was listening to him, and he kind of was like, well, Maxie gonna go back to you. Like, no total disregard for Spinelli. I'm just like, he was like, Maxie loves you and she's going back to you. So, but I'm like, what about Spinelli and the kids? Okay, all right. But Nathan kind of was telling Dante, well, you know what? Yeah, I'll get back with Maxie for James' sake. And then Dante was kind of like, wait a minute, no, you can't get back to her because your son wants you two to get back together. Do you want to get back with him? And back with Maxie. And before he can answer that, Dante's phone rung. And it was the forensics team to tell him that one of the keys on Michael's ring was a key to Drew's house. Now, Dante, here he goes again. He's like, oh, well, here we go. Michael lied to me again. If Dante believes this, he should not be police commissioner, a police officer, or anything else. This is the dumbest thing. Why would somebody who committed a crime leave the key on their key ring? For Michael to believe, for Dante to believe that Michael would do this, he shouldn't be a cop. He should go do something else, like anything else. He was a detective. You're not a detective. You need to go wash cars or something. I'm like, that makes no sense. He just instantly believes that Michael's guilty. And I'm like, for him to be his brother, I'd be like, I need a new brother. So Dante is believing this. This is where they left off. Nathan really needs to have a discussion with Maxie once he can and kind of put it out there and say, our lives have changed. And I don't think he should just go back to Maxie because that's what people think they should do. Christina came in, she's talking to Cody. And Cody is in some book club now where he's reading Pride and Prejudice. He still has not read Molly's book, which is insane. So, Christina's trying to go and tell him, listen, Molly wrote this book and now she doesn't even want to put it out. It's a good book. You need to read it because she portrays you in a good light. And then Cody's like, oh yeah, right. I don't believe it. I'm done. I don't even want to see these two together anymore. I'm like, they're making Cody look so dumb. I'm like, are you serious? Like, he did not spend Valentine's Day with her. He is over here still believing that this book is a bad thing when he only read 2 pages of it. he's read enough of Pride and Prejudice to see how a storyline can change. Why won't he read Molly's book? And then he was coming at Christina because he was telling Christina, I'm not going to read that because Molly doesn't like people to betray her confidence or her whatever. And I'm just like, what? Just read the stupid book. But they're making him look like he's 3 years old, and I can't. I don't even want to see Molly with him anymore. I thought that their relationship was cute, and I was looking forward to it. But if he's getting this salty over a story that he has not even read the full book yet, he's too immature to be with Molly, and I feel like those two need to not be together anymore. They need to find somebody else for Molly. Who else in town needs a date, because he needs to go. So guys, that was the end of the episode. If you haven't already, hit the bell notification. I upload a daily recap every day, so you don't want to miss those. They are fun. We talk about everything that happened on the episode, and I also put some extra stuff in there. So we do some quizzes and some polls and some who's leaving. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on, so you don't want to miss any of that. And if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe, because it really helps the channel. And I want to thank you for joining us at GA's Tea Time. See you next time. Bye.